morning, forms 2 to 4. Hope you're well. So today we're going to start to have a little look at some of our athletics events. The first one we're going to look at is our Nerf throw or our cricket ball throw. I've got a tennis ball as well, as I might sort of mix between the three to show you some different styles of throw. But basically, we're going to be focusing on our overarm throw. So we did do a little bit of work on the underarm throw when we were doing some of our cricket fielding skills before half term. But from today, we're going to start to look at that overarm throw. But before we talk about our sort of coaching points and our technique going through into the overarm throw, I just want you to warm up your shoulders. Although we are going to be using both shoulders or both sides of the body, it's predominantly going to be your strongest shoulder or your strongest side. So that's, for me, it's going to be my right side. My left side is going to be used mainly to propel my body round to give me that power to come through my right shoulder. So to start with your strongest shoulder, I just want you to practice throwing your ball or your socks or whatever you've got against the wall, against the fence. If you've got a rebound net or something like that, like I have, you can use that. But all I want you to do is starting softly, standing side on. I just want you to focus on trying to build up the power so your mind are getting a little bit more powerful each time. If you don't catch it, doesn't matter. Just warm that shoulder up. Maybe you can stop. Warm those shoulders up. Don't want anyone getting side strain. Do a little bit of twisting. Feet shoulder width apart. And I'm going to go back into it. Okay, so you might notice that most of my throws at the moment are going down towards the net, towards my rebound net. And they will do that for the first couple of drills. And then towards the end of the lesson, we'll look at getting that height and the sort of direction you want to be throwing your Nerf or your cricket ball up into the sky to get it to go as far as you can. Okay, so hopefully now you're warm. If you're not, go back and have another go at that. You can do some more sort of shoulder rolls and some twisting, because you are going to be using that twist of your body to get that power into your overarm throw. Okay, let's break the skill down now into some little coaching points. There's three main ones I want you to focus on. The first one, maybe 3.5. The first one is I want you to be standing side on to the way that you're throwing. So if I was throwing towards you, I'd be standing with my side to you. The ball needs to be the other side of your body. So your non-throwing hand should be pointing in the direction you're going to throw. The ball should be behind your body. Okay, that's number one. Number two is as you start to throw, you're going to point your foot pretty much towards the way you're going to throw. So you should be standing with your feet in sort of an L or a 7 sort of shape. One foot pointing, your back foot pointing straight, your front foot pointing in the direction you're going to throw. From here, when you've stepped forward, remember I'm facing side on, I've got my foot coming through, I'm going to point at where I'm going to throw the ball to, and as I do that, I'm bringing the ball up behind me. So if I stand this way, both of my arms are outstretched. So I'm side on, I'm stepping forward, both of my arms come out, and as I do that, I'm going to pull the ball forwards, and as I release the ball, this is our last coaching point, my hand needs to be facing in the direction I want the ball to go to. So if I do it without the ball, I should come through, and my palm, this bit of my hand here, should be facing the way I want the ball to go. So I'll just demo throwing the ball that way. So I'm standing side on, I want the ball to go that way. I'm going to put my front foot pointing in that direction. Both of my arms are going to go out. I'm going to twist my body, and as I twist, I'm going to push my hand to make sure my palm is forward. Did you see the position I finished in? So I stepped forward, and I actually finished with my body facing the other way. So I started here, and I finished here. Do that again. I started here, and I finished here. So that's a big rotation through your legs and through your lower body that's going to get you that power into your throw. Okay, so we're warm, we've broken down the coaching points, now we're going to put it into a bit of a drill / game. Okay, so again, I've gone back to my sort of coconut shy drill. You could use whatever you've got. You could have sort of tin cans laid out. You could have something on top of a flower pot to knock over. Whatever you've got, old bottle, something like that, to knock them over, okay? What learned how to build up our power with that spin of our body, or that twist of our body. Now I want us to look at the accuracy and trying to push towards the target. So I'm going to start back here. So I'm aiming at my target. I've got one ball. I'm going to push my front foot towards my target. I'm going to point, extend out behind me, twist forward and release, pointing at the stumps. If I hit the stumps and knock a ball off, I get 1 point. If I knock the ball over, 3 points. Oh. Nice one. Okay, so you can see how hard it is. 1 point for Mr. Balfour. So what I want you to do, reload, have a go against your mum, dad, brother, sister, whoever you've got. Take 3 balls each. If you don't knock one over, give it to the other person. Just keep swapping between. Okay, so now we've had a little look at, we've warmed up. We've had a look at a skill breakdown into those 3 or 4 components. And now we've had a look at the accuracy of throwing that I obviously wasn't very good at today. And now we're going to have a look at the power, okay? Because in the event on Sports Day, we're going to be looking, or you would have been looking at how far you can get your ball or your Nerf, okay? So what we want to do, instead of throwing down towards the ground, because obviously it will slow right down as soon as it hits the grass, we want to be throwing up at sort of a 45-degree angle. So if you imagine a plane along a runway, and then the plane taking off at that sort of angle, it doesn't shoot straight up in the air like the rocket did the other day, and it doesn't rush through like a car. It sort of goes in between those two and soars into the sky, and that's what I want my ball or my Nerf to do, okay? Grip-wise, if you're lucky to have enough to have a Nerf, it's got little dimples for your fingers to go in, so I'm going to grip it around this middle section, not the tail. If you're holding a cricket ball, like we would if we were playing cricket, I'm going to put my 2 fingers over the seam, and then I've got total control with my hand and my wrist. Just for the purpose of this, I'm going to use the Nerf, and again, I'm trying to get that 45-degree angle or that plane takeoff. So I'm going to start with facing side on. If you want to, and you feel really confident after you've had a couple of goes, you can do a small run up or a couple of steps, and then when you stop, that should be when you plant your foot forward, extend and follow through. But for now, I'm just going to start standing still. So I'm standing side on, looking at where I need to go, stepping forward, extending out and following through. Notice how I finish pointing towards where the Nerf has gone. So I released about here, my palm facing forward, but I finished all the way through, so I've completely rotated my body. So my challenge for you is to, in your garden or your green space or wherever you're doing this, is to lay out 5 or 6 targets. You can use buckets, you can just sort of cone off an area, you could use sticks to create like a circle, anything you want to, or you could just have someone standing there you were aiming at, and all you need to do is give each one a value. So I might have 10 points if I get it in the one on the left, 50 points in the middle, and 100 points for the one furthest away. Practice having a go at seeing how many you can get in, and then I want you to challenge mum, dad, brother or sister to have a go at the same thing. I hope you enjoy having a go at your overarm throw.